Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy NAS and I'm back again with another video, and today we got some NBA MVP talk. So before we get into today's video, make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button if you want to, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Also comment down below your thoughts and opinions on today's video topic. And before we get into today's video, make sure y'all hit the Discord link down below. It's the Bin Podcast Discord that was recently created. Basically, you can go in there, talk with members of my podcast, and you get notifications for my podcast. Link up to my podcast is also down below. And a podcast with my two friends. You can click that link. You can talk to them on the Discord, and we can just chill and talk sports. So if you are interested in that, make sure you click the Discord link down below. But without a further ado, let's get right into today's video. Today we're gonna have some NBA MVP talk. My last NBA video, I was explaining my side of why Embiid is better than Jokic, and a lot of people seem to disagree. So I'm back with more NBA talk, man, because I want to talk about this MVP race. Now, obviously, people might think I'm biased because I'm a Sixers fan and Joel Embiid is one of the top MVP candidates right now. Whatever, if you want to call me biased, go ahead. But today we're going to be talking about who is the true leader of the MVP race. So I'm going to give y'all my top 5 MVPs, and I'm going to give y'all, my top 2 MVPs, and I'm going to debate and see who I think is the best or the top MVP candidate. So number 5 for my MVP candidacy is Damian Lillard. And this MVP race, man, this is not an easy MVP race. As easy as it may look as the top 2 guys, this is not a easy MVP race to judge. Damian Lillard being number 5, it's like he has dealt with injuries this season. Nurkic has been out, McCollum has been out, and he still finds a way to get wins. He still finds the way to show up and be the leader and be the guy for his team. I believe Portland is the top 5 team in the West right now without Nurkic, without CJ McCollum. That's his second and third best player. And usually when players don't have their second and third best player, usually their team takes a drop off. But Damian Lillard said, I'm not letting this team drop off one bit. And Damian Lillard has been impressive this season. Now, the reason why he's number 5, and now explaining to you all that, is because you got so many good MVP candidates. And that leads to my number 4 guy, Nikola Jokic. I mean, the Denver Nuggets have been... they've been an interesting team to watch this year. They recently lost to the Wizards, but they beat the Lakers like a week or 2 ago. So you get the pattern. They have like a little pattern where they lose a couple of games, but they win big games. But Nikola Jokic, nonetheless, has been having a great year. I mean, you can argue if he's the best center or the second best, whatever you choose. I mean, he's just been phenomenal this year. His passing and his passing IQ has always been amazing, and it continues to improve this year. His defense is continued to improve throughout his career, and his offensive game is just impressive, man. He can shoot the ball at a high level from the 3. He can shoot the ball at a high level from the mid-range. He has good footwork for a big man. So Nikola Jokic is my number 4 MVP candidate. And the reason why he's not higher up, because yeah, he might be the second best or the best center in the NBA, but his team is not winning like some other teams. Now, speaking of a player who his team is not on a great side of the winning side, but he is an MVP candidate nonetheless, is my number 3 pick, number 30, Steph Curry. He's been literally everything for Golden State this year. I mean, to 62-point games, to 50-point games, 40-point games. Just this man is just on a different level this year. People say, he can't carry a team. He needs Klay Thompson. Well, he's really doing everything to carry this team right now with all the injuries. James Wiseman being injured for a few weeks. Draymond not starting off the season healthy. You got all these injuries that Steph Curry also has to deal with, and he's putting up numbers. I believe he's second in the league in scoring behind Bradley Beal, and that's impressive, man. Steph Curry is just a man amongst boys, man. This man is just shooting lights out. His ball handling skills is just excellent. He can drive and finish at the rim. Not like Kyrie Irving, but he can do he can do things Kyrie Irving-esque, and it's just impressive to see Steph Curry dominate and be one of the best players in the league with all these injuries. You know, like I said, Draymond didn't start to seem healthy. James Wiseman is injured. Klay Thompson obviously out for the year. Inconsistent Kelly Oubre, and nonetheless, he still has his team fighting for the 8th, 7th seed. So that is impressive. Now, number 2, my MVP candidate, and number 2 and number 1, we're gonna debate this. My number 2 is LeBron James, and my number 1 is Joel Embiid. Now, a week ago, my number 1 was LeBron James, but at this point, Joel Embiid overtook that, and it took a 50-point game against the Chicago Bulls for Joel Embiid to move himself ahead of LeBron James. But let's talk about LeBron James a little bit. LeBron James is really he's one of the greatest players of all time. I mean, there's no question about it. But what he's doing this year is incredible. He hasn't missed a game. He's without Anthony Davis getting wins, with Anthony Davis getting wins, he's just carrying the load, man. I mean, he's had to deal with inconsistent Kyle Kuzma this year. He's had to deal with Anthony Davis being injured this year. And he's had to deal, with Dennis Schroeder, being a little inconsistent this year. And nonetheless, LeBron James, still at the age of 36 and his 18th year, still to this day is leading the league, or second in the league in MVP in my opinion. But the reason why Joel Embiid is my MVP is short and it's simple. I mean, I believe he's been the best in the NBA. He's averaging 30 points, 11 rebounds with the best PER in the NBA. I mean, the 50-point game is just crazy. He's had 46-point games like against Miami, 38-point game against Washington. He's had so many great games. He's hit clutch shots. He closed the game out versus Houston. He sent the game to overtime against Miami. He's just doing things that you haven't seen him do. He's getting his back to the basket more. He's literally taking on double teams and getting fouls and ones, hitting his free throws, being an 85% free throw shooter. I believe that's the second or third best free throw percentage on this team. I mean, it's just crazy on what he's doing. And he's doing it also with having to deal with injuries. Seth Curry getting COVID for a few weeks. Ben Simmons being out for a few games. Even himself having to sit out a few games because of his back tightness. So after all of that, with the inconsistent Danny Green play, our horrible bench play, which I will be making a video about the Sixers bench play very soon. But Joel Embiid, throughout all of that, and he's first in the Eastern Conference, and he's first over the big 3 Brooklyn Nets, who everyone thought would be, the front runners. Even before they got Harden, he's still number 1 over the Brooklyn Nets, and that's just impressive to see from Joel Embiid, man. I want to continue to see him dominate. I want to continue to see him excel, and he's my front runner for MVP right now. Now, like I said, it did take that 50-point game to put him ahead of LeBron, because LeBron is doing great things, still top 5 seed in the West, still averaging, I believe, over 25 points a game, still doing great things for his team. But that 50-point game just said, oh, this guy is the most valuable player in the NBA. And he's been the most dominant player in the NBA this season. So let me know y'all thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions on today's video. And until next time, I am out. Peace.